Alright, Geekers, look, we're back. Bad Blood is coming up. And probably, we will have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the main event in Hell in a Cell. And it just got me thinking, bro. Why not review the top 10 best Hell in a Cell matches according to Wrestle Talk? But look, this video is from like 3 years ago. I doubt they'll have Cody versus Seth in there. Yeah, Cody versus Seth, Hell in a Cell 2022. That's for sure top 10. I got to see his whole list, see where I can put it, but that's for sure in the top 10. But like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it, man.
We've done quite a few very positive lists recently, so I was all set to do a list of the 10 worst Hell in a Cell matches, but honestly, it just made me sad. Ever since WWE made Hell in a Cell a yearly pay-per-view, the stipulation has meant less than the card I sent Mr. Davis for his birthday. Instead of a few...
See? 3 years, bro. A lot can happen in 3 years when you change Vince McMahon's sick-minded ass. Get his ass packed out of here, bro. We got Papa H at the helm now, bro. You know, like, it's different, bro. We don't have Hell in a Cell every year, bro. What, the last Hell in a Cell match, bro? Excuse me if I'm wrong. It's probably what, WrestleMania? That was 39, right? With Finn Balor and Edge. It's been a minute, bro.
Feud reaching a boiling point until it has to end inside the cell. There will be only one winner, and their careers may be over by the end of it. My God.
And Finn Balor definitely should have won. Edge won't put nobody over.
Become, well, it's October. You guys remember Mark Henry versus Randy Orton? That was a Hell in a Cell match. Jesus Christ. Also, the last two main event Hell in a Cell matches have ended in no contest, and please don't make me talk about Rollins
that's a bad one.
Hell in a Cell's sole function as a last resort definitive end to a feud is pretty much dead and buried, so bloody hell, might as well remember the good ones. It's time to drop the kids off at the Devil's Playground. These are the 10 best Hell in a Cell matches in WWE history. Number 10, the six-man cell Armageddon 2000.
Yeah, I watched the video on this.
This one's stupid.
I never watched it,
WWE had 3 main event feuds heading into Armageddon 2000. Taker versus Angle featuring Twin Magic, Rock versus Rikishi featuring Inappropriate Gifting, and Triple H versus Austin featuring Slaughtermobiles. So Mick Foley thought, sod it, bung them all in a box and see which one's still alive at the end. As you might imagine, it's really messy. Bloody hell. Someone buy the cameraman and feed editor a basket of muffins because making sense of the chaos was miracle work. There's just dumb spot after dumb spot. Vince turns up with a posse to tear down the cage with the men inside because he didn't want to injure them. Everyone escapes and plays dick around on a big pile of cars. Austin hits Triple H with a crane camera. Then, of course, the spot everyone remembers, Taker pushing, not choke slamming, Rikishi into a flatbed of improbable sawdust. It's total nonsense, but like the Attitude Era, it's joyfully compelling noise bolstered by insane star power. Number 9, Usos versus New Day, Hell in a Cell 2017. Despite what sad people who missed their childhood would say, there have been some really good modern Cell matches, but since blood and headshots was outlawed by Johnny Braincare and the Sensible Police, the best modern Cell matches have been showcases of escalating spot innovation. Case in point, the fiercely underrated tag Cell match to blow off what was probably the rivalry of 2017, Usos versus New Day. The spots ranged from the silly, there were multiple weaponized trombones, to the eye-wincing Xavier being trussed up and beaten with kendo sticks, to the ingenious New Day creating a literal Uso penitentiary with kendo sticks and trapping Jay inside. It's a carousel of pain that somehow manages to keep topping itself right up until the final bell. That spot of Big E being put on Jay's shoulders and Jimmy almost decapitating him with a tope is a phenomenal tag remix of one of the first classic Cell spots. Why are opening Cell matches so much better than main event Cell matches these days?
Anyways, first off, we miss you, Big E. It's a tragedy that he probably won't be able to wrestle anymore, but neither here or there. Second, I thought this match was going to be higher on the list, bro. I'm not going to lie. That's like, I don't know. I got to see the rest of the list, but that was a really good match.
Speaking of, number 8, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks, Hell in a Cell 2019. It would be incredibly unfair if everyone wrote off last year's Hell in a Cell just because it happened to feature one of the worst pay-per-view main events that didn't involve YouTubers boxing. Because its opening Cell match pitting the man against the boss is incredible fun. It's even more bonkers that the main event was called off for aggravated toolbox mayhem
really
when
dumb,
Banks
bro.
and Lynch are out here smashing heads into ladders with meteors and trying to take out each other's eyes with but I guess neither of them are a magical clown, so it's
Nah, I
funny
gotta
violence,
watch
not
that one.
scary violence. Sasha Banks once again proves herself as pay-per-view MVP this match, kneeing Lynch through chairs, tables, trying to break her neck with a kendo stick-assisted bank statement for eating a truckload of shit via a back exploder into a pile of chairs. Even a very stupid spot of Banks being sat on a chair, sitting on a little kendo stick shelf before eating a dropkick couldn't dim the brilliance of these women having easily the best cell match in recent years. In fact, the best Hell in a Cell match since number 7, Undertaker versus Lesnar, Hell in a Cell 2015.
Okay, I didn't
Prop
think this
comedy
match was that
violence
good,
to
but
one side. A lot of recent Cell matches have suffered because there are certain things the young stars are not allowed to do. Brock Lesnar and Undertaker see your rules, and they find them Frasier levels of amusing. During their Hell in a Cell blow-off to their awesomely silly nutsack-based 2015 feud, both men intentionally made themselves bleed hard way while Vince McMahon lost his fucking wig about it backstage. And if you find the idea of Vince being very cross that two veterans are out there flipping him and his rules the bird,
bro, I'm just sorry, bro. I just hated to see Undertaker like this, bro. Just look. Looks old and tired, bro. Like, I know he feels like he has more in the tank, but bro, that's not the Taker I grew up fearing, you feel me? He just didn't hit because bro had this short hair. He looks old as shit. I'm sorry, Undertaker, he top 10 for sure, top 5. But like, this one just didn't hit because Uncle lost his aura, I ain't gonna lie.
you should be ashamed of yourself. While blood in wrestling is best in tiny doses, it has to be said that a bit of the claret made Lesnar versus Spooky Oink the Murder Pig the only match of the PG era to really feel like classic Hell in a Cell. Two dudes doing something genuinely ill-advised and dangerous out of sheer hateful grandstanding. Also, Brock Lesnar attacked a fucking doctor and took karmic justice in the form of an unprotected chokeslam onto exposed wooden boards. It was the Undertaker's truly last great in-ring match. Number 6, Triple H versus Cactus Jack, No Way Out 2000. For anyone who gets a little steam
we all know
this
Triple
match
H
being
won.
low down, we're entering into very crowded territory. Any of the matches from here on out, you can make an argument that they're the best cell match of all time because they all involve at least one iconic spot. Case in point, Cactus Jack plummeting through the roof of the cell and watching the ring buckle under his weight. Hey, shout out to WWE for protecting Mick Foley with a gimmicked ring this time. Gold stars, everyone. The match itself is proper Hell in a Cell. Bloody faces being grated over wire fences, people taking budget holidays through announce tables, barbed wire 2x4s on fire. It's all very, oh no, this shouldn't be happening, which is the Hell in a Cell vibe that's been lost over the years. Extra marks of the brilliant storytelling of officials making damn sure that the door to the cell couldn't be opened, only for Foley to chuck some steps through the cell and escape that way. The best Hell in a Cell matches make new stars or position stars as capable of surviving situations we previously thought they couldn't, and Triple H emerged from this match looking like the Psycho Killer world champion. Number 5, Triple H versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 28.
Oh my, no, I'm gonna let him say it. I'm gonna let him say it, bro.
This match hinges heavily on your appreciation of Shawn Michaels-based amateur dramatics. Me, I love a bit of the HBK WrestleMania dinner theater, so all the you end it, Shawn, or I will stuff, double helpings for me, please. It's very long, too long, absolutely too long, but it's a Hell in a Cell match with a beating heart at its center rather than relentless Looney Tunes violence. After spending the last 3 years composing classics with both members of DX, it really did feel like some sort of season finale, which saw two dads full of Nuki Brown Ale leathering each other with patio furniture, but bloody hell, after Evil Dad 3 Army of Dadness takes that super kick into that pedigree leading to that kick out, it's possible.
Man, I think that's the greatest near fall of all time, bro. Like, you can't watch that and tell me without knowing who's gonna win the Undertaker's not about to lose, bro. Sweet chin into the pedigree, so clean, bro. Happened like that, bro. 1, 2, he kicks out. Nah, bro. I'd bet $1 million and I'm losing $1 million because I'm like, what, bro? Ain't no way Undertaker kicking out of that.
The greatest WrestleMania kick out of all time.
No cap.
The match is a classic. Just
not even WrestleMania.
Number 4, Triple H versus Batista, Vengeance 2005.
Oh yeah.
Talk about making a new star.
Banger.
5 years after Triple H emerged from No Way Out with credibility coming out of his nose, and that's a lot of credibility. He did the honors for Batista, putting him over clean as a whistle in one of the most ludicrously violent cell matches of all time. Like, this one's a borderline snuff film. They whip each other with chains, choke each other out. There's multiple chair shots from a chair wrapped in barbed wire. Triple H takes one of those right on the bean. Wrestling is the stupidest thing on the planet. planet. But honestly, that one steel chair deserves an introducing barbed wire steel chair as himself on-screen credit, because he's a major player here. People get power slammed onto it, have it grated over their face, and then, because why not, out comes the sledgehammer, leading to one of the most pleasantly surprising finishing spots in Cell history, where Batista gets the game up for a powerbomb. It looks like Trips will hit him with the hammer, but he's not quick enough and eats the Batista bomb anyway. In terms of sheer old-fashioned Crimson Mask violence, it's pretty unrelenting.
I gotta rewatch this, bro. Dang, that's a banger.
Victory. Number 3, Undertaker vs. Edge, SummerSlam 2008. This match is so much fun. Sure, Edge gets sent to the super serious, fiery depths of hell in a post-match celebration that's more school play than Sam Raimi, but still, Edge manages to really shine here. He spears Spoopy Oldberg through an announce table, spears him through the cell wall, and tries his very best to turn the match full T. There's an eye-wincing headshot with a camera, a concerto on top of that, and then a tombstone pile driver on top of that.
Bro, Undertaker really packed this nigga up, bro.
Ludicrous, and all the better for it. Number 2, Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood 1997. You keep forgetting
this. First Hell in a Cell
match? You think
match?
because it's old.
Pretty sure.
The first one, it's surely the tamest one, right? It can't possibly measure up to the Khan Jit laid the groundwork for, and then you watch it and remember, nah, this is great. Shawn Michaels is in full springy overselling mode. It's wonderful. He's bouncing around the ring and off the walls like Tigger doing a shot-for-shot remake of The Raid. It's definitely the best, quote, match to have taken place inside the cell. It manages to resist going to the outside for a surprising while, but when it does, it runs the full gamut of Hell in a Cell classic tropes. Tope through the ropes, clattering both men into the wall, whips into the mesh, steel stair shots, crimson masks, escaping the cage, climbing to the top, plummeting through an announce table, a bloody, horrific chair shot from Dark Mark to Michaels, paying off their SummerSlam storyline. And, oh yeah, there's one more special thing about this match. I'm trying to put my finger on it. I know it's something. Well, that's right, the fucking debut of fucking Kane. The first ever appearance of the Big Red Monster, of his big red mask, and his big red corner pyro. It is the Big Red Cherry on a Sunday that's still good to this day. And number 1, Undertaker versus Mankind, King of the Ring 98. It's a murder. It's also one of the most defining 20 minutes of wrestling, full stop. One of those things that you're sort of glad happened because it got us to this point, but you never want it to happen again. You know, like McBusted. You don't really need me to list the spots here. They're etched onto the Mount Rushmore that is Mick Foley's poor spine. Although you might have forgotten Terry Funk getting literally chokeslammed out of his shoes. That's funny. It's a lumpy, ugly, inverted commas, match that stops dead twice, as people tend to Mick Foley to make sure he hasn't stopped dead once. But it's fundamental to what Hell in a Cell used to be. A cautionary tale used so sparingly and so shockingly that its mere mention made people's hair stand on end. You know, the thing that today it absolutely isn't. And that is our...
Bro, W video, W list, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot the back end of it. So y'all let me know where y'all would put Cody versus Seth. Shoot, freaking... Seth versus Edge was pretty good too, and I think it was Crown Jewel or something like that. That was a banger. But yeah, bro, Undertaker's on this list a lot, bro. They damn near might as well name the match after him, bro. Like, I think he had like the top 3 best matches Hell in a Cell, bro. That's crazy. That's why he's up there all the time. But anyways, bro, like, comment, sub, more videos coming out. I'll see you boys in the next one, man. Peace.